Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a special video. My best friend actually just became a Canadian citizen and she was curious to know about some slang words that we use in Canada. So what we've done is she's compiled some clips from various social media platforms like TikTok and YouTube. And she sent them to me and I'm going to watch them for the first time as this is being recorded. And I'm just going to do a bit of fact checking and check to see how many of these words I've heard before. And I'm going to check to see if there are any words that I actually use myself. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to watch the first clip now.
A serviette.
Something in tennis.
No.
Like a female tennis server.
No.
No. Something that assists you while you're in the bathroom. I don't know, like a bidet? Like a bidet?
No, it's a napkin.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have heard the word serviette before. I think in my experience, most people say napkin because serviette sounds kind of fancy. I guess because it might be a French word. Maybe it's used more in Quebec. I'm not sure.
Eavesdrop.
Say that again?
Eavesdrop.
Not eavesdrop.
No, eavesdrop.
Like a gutter?
Yes.
I've never heard of it called an eavesdrop.
How did you know what it was?
Because those two words put together mean gutter. Gutter's so much easier to say.
Yeah, but it also sounds more rough and tough and not polite.
Gutter.
Gutter sounds perfectly fine to me, and I've never heard eavesdrop, so.
Power bar.
Just like a granola bar, but with like energy. Like
No.
Yeah, they have them. It's even a brand. It's called Power Bar.
I know that, but that's not what we're referring to when we say it in
Like
Canada.
a video game thing?
No.
No.
A row of things to plug power into and you plug it into the wall.
No, it's a power strip.
Oh, okay. It is a bar too, though.
Yeah, I think we.
Okay, so I personally have used the word power bar. I have a power bar sitting right there to plug my lamp into. Power strip sounds really weird. It's more of a bar. All right, so I'm going to watch the second clip now.
What's a DUOTANG?
I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah. I
It's
can't even guess without being inappropriate.
I don't.
Is
it's
it like,
it's like
a drink?
No, it's a something you put paper into.
Like a binder?
It's a binder, but with the little like metal clips that you've spread out.
Oh yeah, those folders.
What is
They
it?
have a name?
Yeah, DUOTANG.
Yeah, we have those, which is
What do you call them?
just folders with the clips.
DUOTANG. I do know DUOTANG because I was born and raised in Canada, so I've gone to school here, and we had to use DUOTANGs from elementary school up to high school, and they're horrible. If you ever want to take out a piece of paper from a DUOTANG or get just one piece of paper, you have to pull all of the papers out and then remove that paper and put them back in. So it's really inconvenient. I'm assuming that most teachers recommend binders now just because DUOTANGs are so annoying and old school. But I know that word.
What's a Bristol board?
Jeez, is it like a cutting board?
No, it's basically
Like
the
a different type of wood?
no, it's presentation board or like the like the
poster board.
I guess so.
Do you call it poster board?
No, we call it Bristol board.
You never called it poster
Never
board?
in my life. What's a
So Bristol board or poster board? I'm having a really hard time saying that. Bristol board or poster board. I haven't used either in a really long time, but I think if I think about it, I've heard Bristol board, but I think poster board is used more commonly.
converter?
Something that turns energy from one source to another?
I mean, in theory, I suppose, but no, that's what the remote control is. We call it converter
I'm sorry, what? Remote control for what?
for TV. Like
No!
Yeah, you never heard converter? No. Really?
Like a clicker?
Okay, that is the weirdest thing. I have never heard someone call that a converter. We say remote control or clicker. I personally, in my family, we always say clicker or remote control. Never in my life have I heard someone use or have I personally used the word converter. That's very weird. I don't know about that one at all. As a Canadian, I do not approve of that. I've never heard that in my life. Okay, now I'm going to watch the third clip.
In the US, we would say parking lot.
In Canada, we say parkade. Parkade.
Parkade? Like a parking parade?
Potentially. Like, this just makes more sense. Parkade, like or a parking lot. Parking lot is just one.
Yeah, parking lot is
just one, and then parkade.
Parking garage, more than one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so from my experience, parkade is very common in Canada, and parkade would be multi-levels. So parking lot would be one big lot. So if you went to like a grocery store or a supermarket, you would park in the parking lot. But then the parkade is more of a space designed just for parking lots and lots of cars. So if you're going downtown, you'll probably find public parking and you'll go to a parkade, which will have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 levels. Parking garage also sounds kind of like it's just going to be like one space or one level. So I'm with these people here, or I agree with this person here. I think parkade makes sense. I've used it and I like it, and it's Canadian. Okay, so now I'm going to watch the fourth clip.
This would be called soda in the US.
And that's called pop in Canada.
Ooh. It depends where you live in the US too, because there are some areas, some states that they would say pop as well, maybe closer to.
And there's like also pop soda.
Yeah.
There's the combination.
Pop soda.
I've never heard pop soda anywhere, but it could be. I've traveled throughout the States, but I've never heard pop soda. So apparently pop is Canadian and soda is American. That sounds about right. Soda sounds like such a cute word and sounds very American, like pass me a soda. And then pop, I've heard used a lot in Canada. Okay, so now I'm going to watch the fifth clip.
So in the US, we would call this a fire station.
We call it in Canada a fire hall or a fire station.
Oh, fire hall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
maybe because it's a big building.
Yeah, it's like a big place. So it's
like a
similar,
hall, right?
Similar to like a hall building. Okay, cool.
I've never heard fire hall, but I've heard fire station. So fire hall might be used in, I don't know, other parts of Canada, other provinces. I'm on the West Coast in Vancouver. I've never used the word fire hall, so I don't approve. As a Canadian, I don't approve. Okay, so now I'm going to watch the sixth clip.
Pencil crayons. Americans say colored pencils, not pencil crayons.
Pencil crayons, colored pencils? Yeah, I say pencil crayons. Pencil crayons are awesome. I was always jealous of the kids in class who had like the giant boxes of pencil crayons, the built-in sharpener at the back. Those were cool. As a Canadian, I approve. We do use the name pencil crayons.
Instead of saying grade 6, grade 7, grade 8. In America, they say the 6th grade, the 7th grade, the 8th grade.
Yeah, I think I would always say I'm in grade 6, I'm in grade 8. Never I'm in the 6th grade. As a Canadian, that sounds right.
For example, in Canada, I say caramel. In America, they say caramel. Or at least a lot of people do.
Yeah, caramel. In Canada, I think we all say caramel. Caramel? Caramel sounds weird and American, not Canadian. Okay, so now I'm going to watch the 7th and final clip.
First Canadian slang is hoser. It's somebody who's very Canadian. You know, heavy Canadian accent, big hockey fan, wears a toque, kind of like a red.
I've heard it before, hoser, but I've never used it. The people I hang out with don't use the word hoser, and I'm not friends with any hosers, so could be Canadian. He says it is, so it must be.
Neck. Clicks. Clicks is just short for kilometers. How far is it from Winnipeg to Portage la Prairie? Oh, she's about 150 clicks, bud. Or you might say, she's like 6 beer.
Okay, so this video is clearly over the top and it's kind of like caricaturizing Canadians or stereotyping them. I don't think people talk like this, but in some parts of Canada, I guess they do. I don't use the word clicks. I've never heard anyone use the word clicks, but I'm sure there are parts of Canada where people do use it. So I can't say from my own experience, but it could be Canadian.
Molson Muscle. Molson is a beer and it refers to having a beer gut.
It could be true, but I have no experience with this, so I'm just gonna keep going.
A 2-4. Oh man, that's a case of beer. If you come into a party in the summertime and you don't have a 2-4, you're not getting in, bud. Or you might come with a suitcase, which is just a 12.
2-4. Same thing. I don't know. Maybe some people, not me. So these are very redneck things, and not all Canadians are like this. Just be aware of that.
Giver. That means like go get it, like go for it. Oh, giver.
Giver. Yep, I've heard that, and I might have used it jokingly before to some friends. I guess it's Canadian. So apparently I'm not super Canadian, or I'm not redneck Canadian. That's too bad. But that was a very interesting video. So that was really fun, eh? If you're new to Canada, or if you are in another country and you're thinking about immigrating to Canada, tell me in the comments below which words or which phrases have you heard before, or which words were new to you. And if you're a Canadian and you were born and raised here, let me know in the comments as well if there was anything new or anything that you found surprising from any of the clips that I went over. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and make sure you turn on alerts so you can get notifications about my new content. So that's it for now. I'll see you next week.